Hey, Mace. Come over here. What are you doing? Silly. Grazing on grass again. That's Macy the mountain dog. Oh my goodness. She and Allie are twins. Macy's more of an athlete, if you can believe it. Yeah, Allie was something else, but this dog is next level. That dog is amazing. Holy cow. We are in the mountains, about 9,000 feet elevation. This place is as good as any. It's a little bit wind sheltered as the wind has picked up in this high elevation, beautiful mountain country. I'm in Utah, and we're going to do a boot review. I've had multiple requests to do boot reviews. About 10 donors have asked in the last, 6 months or so. And so here we go. This place is as good as any, like I said. This pair is highly, highly recommended. Pause the video, just buy it. It'll take you to Pro 2A Optics Planet. And if you catch this video later and they're sold out, it's your fault. You need to follow the content. Man, this tripod sucks that I have. Really bad. Bear with me as I try to make this work. I tried something different today and it was a mistake. The reason I liked it is because this one is so lightweight. All right, dudes, there you go. So let me show you the boot on my feet. Right here. Weird name. They're called the Hanwag Tatra. They're called the Hanwag Tatra Top Gore-Tex backpacking boots. I don't even know if I'm saying that name right, and I don't care. Once again, the Hanwag Tatra Top Gore-Tex backpacking boot. This is a very technical, very capable mountain boot. Okay, don't get confused with day hiking boots. And I've had guys ask me over the past few years, remind us about boots. This is a boot that you would order, pay the money for. It's not cheap, but no good backpacking boot is. But it's a boot you'd get when you're in this terrain, dudes. Okay, and I'm gonna roll in video. This type of terrain where it's rocky, you have many opportunities to twist your ankle. Lots of opportunities to bruise the bottom of your foot, and therefore you need a very stiff, very capable mountain boot. And that's what I call these. These are mountain boots or goat hunter boots. So mountain goat hunters, not that I'm one, nor would I ever be one, but when those guys go out, I'm talking real ones, they'll go out in really rocky terrain. And well, the same stuff mountain goats like, and that requires a very technical boot. Now, I've reviewed some in the past. I've talked about some other brands. We're just going to concentrate on this Hanwag right now. Hanwag, I think that's how you say it. From the outset, I am massively impressed with this boot. I'm talking out of the box. It is very well made. The uppers are made of nubuck leather, waxed. This is my favorite boot material. It always has been. It just wears really well. It maintains its water resistance very well. And they're saying this is wax. I think it's also silicone impregnated. Now, I have a pair of solo boots that I've used in multiple TMP adventures. You guys have seen those. And they're still going strong. I love my solo boots. If I find some links to those or to some other boots that I would recommend, maybe at a different pricing level, I'll put those below. Please use my links because I get affiliate money so I can pay these off. So I can pay them off. They're not cheap. Okay, so I'm just going to go over the construction and why they impressed me just out of the box. Keep in mind, I was an LL Bean field tester for about 10 years. I've tested all types of, you name it, boots, Gore-Tex clothing, mountain pants, mountain shirts, everyday type of clothing, backpacks, fanny packs, all sorts and descriptions of outdoor gear. So I have a background in this stuff, especially footwear, lots of footwear. The outer on this, the nubuck leather, is outstanding. I love how these are high. This is a huge thing. Here's what it does for you. Number one, it gives you ankle support in that really rocky terrain, so you're less likely to twist your ankle. Okay, that is a big deal. And when you're in rocky terrain like I am today, again, I'm rolling in video to show you, I cinch these up pretty firmly. And what it does is it envelops your ankle and your rotational mechanism in your ankle with this very stiff nubuck leather. Now, as you wear it, it's going to become more supple and more adapted to your exact anatomical form. But that's the one thing, it gives you the support. The low quarters, I don't like them as much as I used to. For that lack of ankle support, another reason I don't like them is stream crossings. So I just did a stream crossing last week in my solos, and sure enough, I got douched. So water came into the boot. It was a wet, muddy hike. That was a life hike. Go watch that video. I'll have a music memory video that will show you the overall hike, and then I'll do an actual series as well. But that just makes it miserable. When you douse water into your boot, you're more likely to get blisters. It's uncomfortable. Some guys that don't hike, by the way, will say, it's no big deal. It's a big deal. You want to keep your feet dry as possible to minimize damage to your feet. When you're on a long distance hike, like in the terrain I'm in today, and let's say you're doing just 20 miles, that's a long ways in rocky terrain. If you have a damp, wet foot, you're much more likely, again, to get blisters. Keep your feet dry. That's another reason I like the height of these. When I saw these online, I was elated. I was like, man, that's what I'm looking for. That height, nubuck leather, and then look at the lacing system. It's a roller lock speed lacing system. So these are rollers right here. So they'll cinch up. Here's your instep lock right here. And let me show you what it looks like on my other foot, believe it or not, which I still have the boot on. And this is how I have it cinched up, see? So it's not so tight that I'm cutting off circulation, but it's just that happy medium of support. But really awesome lace system. Very impressed with it, and it locks here, here, goes up high. Just fantastic, dude. Now, it's almost fully bellowed. The tongue, I should say gusseted. See this? So this keeps scree out of your boot. I love that. I would say, I would like it if it came all the way to the top, but that's pretty darn close. It's only about an inch away from the top right here. Padded right here, ventilated. Inside we have cambrel lining, which going way back to my boot reviews about 15 years ago, this is my favorite liner right here, dudes. This cambrel, because it doesn't breathe, but it seems like it creates a place where the moisture can go. And then when you take your boots off, it dries relatively quickly, at least on a day like today. Now, if you're in a snowy environment, good luck, you're gonna have to arrange a system to dry them out. They do have backpacking boot dryers. If I find a link to those, I'll put them below, but it's more weight, more complexity, and they have to be powered by something. Here's a look at inside. So far, I'm happy with those insoles. They're calling them memory insoles, so they will adapt to your foot shape. This is the first hike that I've done with these boots. I'm only about 5 miles in, and I did a tactical shoot in them yesterday. I had to have these back ordered, so if you back order them, be patient, they'll come in. They got to me in about 2 weeks for me. That's interior padded opening right here. Really awesome. And then we have a pull-on loop, which is very, very helpful. Long 550, brown 550 paracord laces, just my favorite material overall. And like I'm saying, this is a technical rock boot. You could use it for other things. You could use it for day hiking. You could use it for tactical shooting. But I don't know if in a lot of other activities you need this level of support. But do you notice another thing this has, being a technical rock boot, which is awesome? What do you notice about this? If you said it has a full rubber rand, give yourself an A+, you get an extra Twinkie for recess. Yeah, you're right. So look at this. It has a full welded on rubber rand going around. And this is something in my terrain that I'm in today that you're absolutely needing. If you don't have this, your toe is going to get shredded on one hike. On one hike, I will shred the toe. You saw my solo boots, I put that boot guard on. It is a user applied coating that you sand the toe, then you put it on. It's actually pretty excellent. I love boot guard. Don't try to store it, by the way. I bought it, stored it, tried to use it 1 year after I bought it, and it turned into a rubber dried puck. Here I don't have to worry about it. Out of box, and it goes all the way around. All the way around. Also, this has a very stiff insole. So this is a polyurethane, I'm pretty sure, insole with a fiberglass shank. Again, we're talking about a rock technical backpack hunting boot. The Hanwag Tatra Top Gore-Tex. Not the best name, I know. Love, love the sole. Look at that. Very little flex on this. What you don't want to do, guys, is if you go, like no kidding, backpacking and you're carrying a 40-pound or heavier backpack, don't use EVA midsoles. And I have said that. EVA is for tennis shoes and very lightweight day hiking. It will not protect you against this stuff right here, the rocks that you're going to inevitably go over, and they push on under the bottom of your feet, your instep all day long. EVA is crap. You need polyurethane or solid rubber with a really good insole. Now I have plantar fasciitis on this foot right here, and so I do have an instep thing. Let me show it to you. Sharing my health problems with you, but such is life. So I have this pad right here. See that? It helps support my instep just a little bit better, and it helps. So far though, I'm not planning on replacing the midsole. I'm very happy with the midsole. And then of course you have a Vibram outer sole, which they're saying is replaceable. It is glued on, not stitched on, and in their description they're saying, yeah, easily replaceable. That might be a very good thing, because the uppers are where the money is mostly. You could probably get these resold for about 125 bucks. See, this is polyurethane right here, not EVA. See how it doesn't compress easily? Oh my goodness, what a great pair of boots. This weighs 4 pounds 10 ounces in my 11.5 normal width size. So I would classify that as average weight. It's not going to be a super light boot. Let me show you it on my foot right here. But it'll get the job done. Firepower versus mobility, right? Let me do this right here. Mace, you like those flies? No, Dad, they suck. Okay, I'm talking about firepower versus mobility. And in terms of a mountain boot, that means it's going to be a little bit heavier. Killed him. A little bit heavier, but in return, we get that protective quality, the instep support, the ankle support, and the comfort. Out of box, these boots, by the way, required no break-in. Did you hear that? No break-in for stiff polyurethane midsole boots with a Vibram sole. Nubuck uppers, no break-in, no break-in. For me, they were immediately comfortable. They seem to be sized correctly. These days, I am wearing 11 to 11.5, more frequently an 11.5, and these are fine. Another thing I love about these is they have a wider front portion. The foot box is wider. That means you have less chance of rubbing your pinky or your big toe. This is a high wear item for me. I'm talking like rubbing in a lot of backpacking boots. So I put them on, especially on this side, this foot right here. It wears really hard for me. I don't know if my right foot is wider, probably is. I think I measured it 1 year and it was a little bit fatter. But I don't want double E's. Those are too wide for me. But out of box, these ones, I want to call them the Hanwag. that freaking German half track. No, the Hanwag Tetras, whatever the hell they're called. Wide enough, very comfortable. Good looking boot too. So you're gonna see them on a lot of TMP adventures. My solos are still running too. You're gonna see those. But I'd really be tempted to run these even like on a day hike. I know they're meant for like heavy duty backpacking, but they're so comfortable. I'll probably wear them for a lot of things. Like I said, I did a tactical shoot in them yesterday just to see if they needed a break-in. They didn't. And I was impressed. Highly, highly recommended. Not inexpensive. I have not been able to find an inexpensive backpacking pair of boots for a long time. I'm talking they're going to be anywhere from $300 to $500 for this level of quality, where you're getting nubuck leather, a speed lacing system, proper construction, i.e. it's not just slapped together, proper insole, midsole, outer sole. It just costs money. So I do these reviews to turn you on to this boot. I know some of you guys will comment, and that's totally cool, saying, hey, I run this boot. But the purpose of this video, once again, is to tell dudes about a boot option, a wilderness boot option. And this is like, for me, 5-star rated from what I know. Now, if it turns out that, you know, it comes unglued or something happens, stay tuned, stay subbed, retain your donorship to TMP, and I'll let you know if and when that happens. I don't see it happening. So again, my links will take you to Pro 2A Optics Planet below. Thank you for your support. Time to lace up the boot, get back to work. The Hanwag. What the hell are these called again? The Hanwag. Another thing these things have is a Gore-Tex liner. Another plus. Another plus. Is it necessary? I will say at this point, yes. In my past boot reviews, I said a properly constructed mountain boot, good leather, good stitching, good gluing, really doesn't need a Gore-Tex liner. And that is true. Absolutely true. But what a Gore-Tex liner does is it offers a backup, a second layer to moisture absorption. So I'm to the point now, if I can get Gore-Tex, I'll pay the extra money to get it. And this is a genuine Gore-Tex product. It's not some knockoff, genuine Gore-Tex boots. Absolutely love them. Let me know if you get them, you hike them, you love them. Nothing Fancy Project Wilderness Equipment Review in field. Brought to you by donors to the Nothing Fancy Project. Yes, you can be one too. Stay there for the rest of your life. And there's my dogness over there. Probably going to run into a black bear any minute now. Hey, Mace. Macy, what do you see over there? Mace, come. Macy, come. Macy, come. Giddy up. Come on. Good girl. Oh, great day. Great hike. Good girl. What you see over there? I should have put her footwear on, speaking of that. I didn't know the trail was going to be so rocky. Sorry, lover. Her foot paws are going to get sore in this stuff. Kelty, Apache pack, Glock 48, a whole bunch of fun stuff in there. Over and out. See you next video.